Good morning, everybody. So today is the day of our craft fair. It is raining outside. We'll see how it goes today. It is both indoor and outdoor, so that should be good. But let me go ahead and jump right into inventory pricing and see what we're doing. First, I'm going to start with my ghosts. So I got 3 ghosts this year. I did price them at $8 because last year I priced them at $8 and they sold out. So I figured this year I can price them at $8 again. Hopefully they sell out again. But I only was able to make 3 of them during the craft show. If I have time, while we're like sitting and waiting and stuff like that, I'm gonna see if I can make some more. Next, I have these mini dinos. So I have 10 of them in here, variety of colors, yarn types. I priced these guys at $5. They're pretty small. We'll see how they sell. I'm not really sure the market for these, but yeah. Next, I have these coffee mugs or hot chocolate. These little guys I priced at $5 as well. I did have them for sale last year, but none of them sold, so we'll see how they do this year. I do have this little pumpkin pie. He is adorable. I did price him at $8 this year. I got these little tags to put on there. He was in the craft fair last year and didn't sell. I think maybe I priced him too high, so I did bump him down to $8 for him. I have 2 large pumpkins. Both of them I priced at $15. This one was in the craft fair last year and didn't sell. This one's a new one that I made, so we'll see if they sell or not. I'm not sure. Like I said, the market on these, because last year they didn't sell, so we'll see. Next, I have these cauldron creatures. These are just kind of like a fun thing. I have no idea if these will sell or not, the little guys that are in there. This one I priced at $8, and then the bigger one at $10. We'll see if these sell or not. Otherwise I can bump them down. But yeah, cute little guys. Alright, here's my black cat. So this one right here has glow-in-the-dark eyes. Super cute. He was in the last year's craft fair. I put on the tag glow-in-the-dark eyes, and I set him for $5. This larger cat here, he just has regular eyes, but they are like a specialty type. I think they put like a dragon eye in there. I set them for $10. These sold out last year. They did really good. Unfortunately, I was only have time to make one of them. So hopefully he goes today. Super cute. Here's my Squid Games guy. So I wasn't sure what to price this because prices like completely varied online a lot. His little hood comes off. So online I seen prices from, oh gosh, what, $15 all the way up to $50. So I wasn't quite sure. I mean, if he sells all quick, that's fine. I'll just make more. But I did price him at $15 because I wasn't sure the market for this guy either. But yeah. I have my spider guy. He was in last year's craft fair and he did not sell, so maybe he'll sell this year. He's just the first little spider that I did. Yeah, super cute little guy. I wanted to make more, but fortunately time got the best of me. But yeah. My big orange sloth here's the next guy. I wasn't originally going to sell him because he's kind of like my little mascot guy. He does have magnets for his hands and feet. Super cute. I absolutely adore him. I did price him at $40, so he is a little bit more expensive just because, I mean, if he sells, he sells. If not, I'm not sad about it. So, and because he does have these really cool eyes. Definitely one of my favorites that I have made this year. So the dragons I did quite recently. I wasn't sure what to price these guys at first. Does have like little specialty eyes in both, but it did take me a couple hours to make these. So it was a lot of time, details, the horn, the ears, the little spikes, the wings, the feet details. So it did take me a while. So I'm starting these guys out at 25. We'll see. I mean, if they sell, if not, I can always price them at 20, but I don't know, these guys are super cute. I think they'll probably be one of my first sellers, but we'll see. All right, my snake right here. I love his eyes. So I priced snake at $30. It did take me a while to make because it was, I think, like 100 some rows. So it did take me a hot minute to make them. I did use leftover Valentine's Day yarn when I made him because I did just trying to think of like a color and a cool pattern. But I threw him in the Halloween area because I don't know, snakes can be kind of scary. So yeah. So one of the last ones are going to be these eyeballs. My son wanted to actually make these. I don't know if there's going to be a market for these or if people are going to want to buy these, but I guess we'll see. For these, I marked them as $5 just because I don't know what people are selling these for. Prices ranged all over online for like price comparison. So I got these two little ones. I did have a third one, but my youngest kind of killed it, so I gotta refix it. And then on this huge big one. This big one I think I put for $8. Yeah. So we'll see how those eyeballs sell. So here's my fall fun basket. So everything in here I'm just gonna sell for $3. I have the little footballs, all my candy corns, this little guy. This was a little trial guide. I do have the pattern for this on my website. Just miscellaneous little mini pumpkins. So everything in this bowl I'm gonna sell for $3 by the checkout area. Kind of like a grab and go buy. And that completes our fall box. And this guy fell behind the dresser, so but I have this guy. He does have glow in the dark eyes. I'm not sure what I should price this at. He was at the craft fair last year. He didn't sell, unfortunately, but I'll bring him this time. Unfortunately, I ran out of these little tags, so I'll just kind of have to, as people buy stuff, take them off and reuse them. Um, I usually take the tags off because kids like to play with them right away anyway. So I'll just reuse those tags and see what they sell them at. Maybe like $10, 15 max, because he does have the glow in the dark eyes. Yeah. Okay, so up next, non-fall theme, so everything else. So I got the stingrays. I got one big one and two small ones. So the small ones I did for 8. The big one I did for 15. So that's these little guys. I only was able to do 3 of these. We'll see if they sell. These are new this year. Alright, next I have chickens. So I have this little chicken shape, and then I have these little chickens. All the chickens are from last year's craft fair, so we'll see if they sell this year. For pricing wise, I believe I did these as 8 last year and these at 15, but none of these sold. A lot of people loved these. This is a specialty yarn though, not the little the extras on it, 'cause that's acrylic, but this right here is all all natural yarn. I did a lot of interest last year on these, but none of them sold. So I'm thinking bumping down the price for these little chickens. Maybe like $10 for all the chickens and kind of go from there. Or $8 for this one and then $10 for all these little chickens. Next, I have all these octos. For these, I was going to do 15 for each one of these because these were a lot for all the little tentacles. A lot of work for that and it took a while. So I'm going to start off with 15 for these little guys. Alright, next up we have these turtles. So these turtles I did for $30. They are small, but these take a lot of work for these turtles. I did the 2 watermelon ones and this blue one with the sparkle eye. And then for these turtles right here, these were left over from last year. I did 8. Because these ones aren't like specialty ones, because I would consider this more of like a specialty, has more details, more colors, stuff like that, the specialty eyes. These ones I just did for 8. This little one, I have them pre-packaged up. I have this one as $10. Because these ones are also, even though they're small, they do take a lot of time. Alright, next is our pickles. So I have 4 different sizes. So this little one I put for $5. And then this next one, I have him for 10. And then this big one I have for 15, which is about the same price comparison to the large pumpkin. And then this big mango sucker, he is like extremely heavy. I didn't even get a chance to weigh this mango. I put him as 55. And the reasoning is because he cost me $50 to make, but I feel like I don't know if someone's going to buy him. So, yeah, he was definitely one of my most expensive, if not the most expensive project that I have done. Next are all these little cats. I have a few different, I was about to say flavors, colors, of all these guys. These, so, huge seller last year, so, selling them again. I put them as $8 last year. I'm going to put them at $8 again this year, and, hopefully we sell out again. Next are these large dinos that I got. All these I priced at $40. They take me about 2-ish hours to make. So I did price them at $40. They are pretty large. Yeah, I'll throw all those in the bin. Alright, next I got these big jumbo turtles here. I have 4 of them. Initially, I was going to do them for $40, but I bumped them up to $50 because they are a lot more work than the dinos, and the dinos I priced at $40. Next are these jumbo cats. I did price these at $15 because it's kind of the same size as the big pumpkins. So I did those for $15. Then I have my sloth bin here. I did these guys. I'm going to do for $15. So 15 guys for all my little sloths, because they did take me 2 hours to make, but they're small, so it's kind of hard to price these guys. Alright, next I have these sloths, and I priced these guys at $30. They did take me a little bit as well. They're a lot bigger, so I did $30 for these guys. Alright, then I got my basket of bees. I have one big one. I was going to do for, oh gosh, I don't remember. Let's see here. Sorry, so these ones I was going to do for 8, and then this one for 10. But I have a bunch of these little bees in here to have a couple different colors. Nice little pink one as well. So, yeah. Alright, lastly, I have my miscellaneous bin here. So I have like hearts. I have my little firecracker in there. I have watermelon. I have a cow in here, some geodes. As things sell, I'll kind of put these guys out on the table. I do have a little piggy here, just because I ran out of tags, unfortunately. So we'll just kind of slowly put things out as they sell in this bin here. Alright, so let's go see the craft fair and see how everything sells. Thanks for sticking with this video, and stay tuned to the next one. Alright guys, we're all set up at the craft fair. I'll have to show you all my tables. I have 4 of them this year, so I'm super excited. Let me flip this around. I do have my fall setup table right here. Fall, Halloween, all that type of stuff. And then as you come through, I do have a little display here. I put the cats on top, small, large, chickens, dinos, octopus, and stingrays. And then I have another table here with like more of the bigger items, the turtles, dinos, slothies, my mega pickle, another turtle up there. And I did also throw the bees on this table too. And then we go ahead and turn around this way. I have some more of the turtles, the bigger ones, smaller ones. I got the watermelon set up. I did put together like the farm animals here. And then my specialty turtles. Some hearts left over from Valentine's, but I just threw them out there just in case. I have my geodes, my specialty slothies, some other little knickknacks, and then I have the checkout table over here. I have some positive little charms in there, my business cards, my little poster frame pay options, and I do have my hooks for sale, so super excited. I have everything set up. Yeah, a nice little walkthrough, and I hope it's gonna be a good day, you guys.